Hello guys and welcome back, finally, to the first episode of Saving Current Campaigns on Dispatch. I think this is the first one on Dispatch. As usual, Saving Current Campaigns is all about the save games from you that I'm trying to bring from the edge of something, of coalition, of bankruptcy, of devastation, and try to make it successful. In case of this Brandenburg, they did overextend a bit with their expansion, and they have a coalition of whole Central Europe. So without further ado, let's take a look how it looks inside. So let's take a look at the state of this country. We have some money, but that's 11 out of 28 loans. That's almost 40% loans of that we already taken. Not good. We are ultra behind in admin tech, ultra behind in ideas, because by this year we should be finishing the second area group, not be in the middle of the first one. And this is bad for us because Brandenburg early on only has infantry combat ability for your army quality. So while you might feel, oh, Brandenburg, yeah, you're just gonna go and crush everyone with your army. No, we've got one of the worst morale of armies in this conflict, which is big European war where we are fighting with everyone. While on our side is Castile, that is our personal union, England, Great Ord, Livonia, our subject, Milan, our another personal union, and Resigned. We are totally screwed forever. Look at the AE that this player got. I have no idea how it must have been played to get that much of AE, but this is fine, we will handle that. Oh, I just noticed that we are actual emperor. I'm thinking about dismantling the HRE, but we cannot do that as the emperor. That would fix some issues like expanding further into the HRE. Well, I guess it's fine. We have to go ahead and start uniting our troops. Could take this, but actually might be helpful to get some PP. That's more of armies. Let's totally do that. Gov capacity is not perfect, but that would definitely also help increasing our Gov cap. And I would focus on provinces where we have full cores. So everything around here. Even if we go a bit over the Gov caps, it's gonna be fine, especially that I can just go and grab Gov cap from these boys. How about the state privileges? We are only fighting within the same religion pretty much. There's nothing I can take from morale for the clergy. And from advisors, we don't need level 2 advisors. Let's switch them down to level 1, improve relations, down to level 1 unrest, and down to level 1, let's keep it level 2 but discipline. So we have at least a bit of army quality. We're going to take these 2 stacks. We're emperor, so some nations are leaving the coalition. So we've got the manpower, okay? The current combat width is 24. So we should take something like that. This guy's out of the stack. This is the main stack. Should I reinforce this? I don't think there's a chance I'll win that this way. Just split these boys. It looks like England is reinforcing, so I'll reinforce that as well, because that's just 3 war score for us. Really good. What I will be trying to achieve here is to get full war score for winning battles. A bit of taking war score and trying giving away as little as possible. At this point of the war, you'll see that the coalition would want 73%. These provinces. I should probably accept that. That will be the most worth action for us to do. But I'm gonna try decreasing that a bit more. Okay, we are up to 30% war score for a couple of wipes. And obviously this war was never winnable, but we're down to 67% war score that we would lose right now. I will be losing 1 to 3 provinces directly and then releasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nations. It's not fun. So how about... what if we cancel Milan instead? No, they won't release Normandy to be part of it. Okay, I think I will go with something like this. Remember, when you are giving away stuff in a coalition war, it also reduces your AE rand, but I still believe that, yeah, this is gonna be way too big everywhere and we'll be having to handle more coalition wars in the future, but over time we'll show you how I'm gonna handle it. Now first, we have to obviously go and find ourselves a high-level advisor here. Let's get this guy on level 2 and get this guy on level 1. We are good with deploy and mill bonds. We're very bad with admin mana. It's time to focus everything on this. These two guys became disloyal. I will have to just build up more of the army and improve relations with them. How about I first spend favors on trust? Because this is impacting the liberty desire of your subjects. So just go to favors, trade favors for trust, 40 of them, and you'll see that this is down to 61. I'm surprised players didn't use that, but you have to use that in this kind of situation. Start the golden era ASAP. Well, as for the bonuses, I don't really need any of them anymore. I will go for the bonus on the terrain of the capital. We should also organize our trade. Let's see how it is done right now. So we're collecting Saxony, collecting Zlewikk, and collecting in the English Channel. Ideally, we make English Channel our home node. And that's what I'm gonna do immediately. Let's just make it Amsterdam. Keep collecting Zlewikk and keep collecting in Saxony. Let's see. This is initially probably not big of an impact of our economy, but over time, once we increase our percentage in the English Channel, it's gonna be much better. And we're gonna start using that already with improvements of these few trade centers and sending our all 5 trade ships to the English Channel. Let's take a look. It's 15.46, and after the change, we've got 19.23 already. We are pumping up these numbers, which means our eco balance is already positive. And over time, we'll be, of course, getting it even higher. To strengthen the whole build, I'm gonna get a flagship. There's a trade ship with ship trade power bonus, but also additional barracks up to the naval force limit. In the meantime, as you see, this technology only costs 277, so we're catching up. We have to update and get the second idea group ASAP. Oh gosh, yeah, the autonomy is probably so high most of the time. It's just the 4th guarantee for that you can take. And that's gonna be one surely for admin tech cost. It's gonna be of huge use to take tech 7 ready for 254. And look, the second idea group, which I'm sure the player wanted it to be quality. And I'm surprised he didn't start with quality or offensive if he wants to go for the military, especially that he expanded so much. He needed argument for the other stuff. Let's take the infantry combat ability right away, as well as the Yelmi army tradition. And that is alright for us because we're so ahead in the technology. And that also gave us a bit of a text meta. With the help of the ships, I should become the strongest power in the English Channel. So without the ships, I have 28%, but with the help of them, I'm up to 40%, which means that we are much stronger than England. That also brings us above 70 of income. Oh no! I just noticed there was a monopoly on wool. But actually it should be easy to be cancelled. Or cancelled as soon as the loyalty will be higher than influence of clergy. What we definitely got back is the technology. We are totally up to date with admin. It was faster than I actually expected. I'm gonna fix our debt situation by simply selling titles and seizing land. Should have cancelled the monopoly first. But there's no rush, guys, just no rush. I'll cancel it soon. And see, thanks to that, I'm down to only 2 1% loans, so interest is down to 4.5 ducats. Since I'm hitting the deploy points cap, and I don't want to take it so much ahead of time, I'm gonna accept Burgundian and Walloon cultures. While the rest, I should wait for the burghers to get loyal and develop a bit. I'll be also much better prepared for the war compared to the last time, because I'll be having almost full of my force limit. Besides that, look at the AE. France won't be able to join the coalition anymore, same as the Italians. I'll be left with just the whole Central Europe and Northern Europe. Besides improving the trade centers, I'll be also building marketplaces in every single of these provinces. So we bring it not to 39%, but above 50%. Good night, my lovely monopoly. It's nice not having you anymore. I can find some new allies. That's not sure if I want Hungary, because they're gonna be crushed by the Ottomans in a moment now. So rather think about between Pope and Venice is definitely a strong ally. They unfortunately rivaled each other, so I'm not gonna go for Pope because of that. I could try going for Aragon though, but it seems that the player put these provinces as strategic interest, which makes Aragon simply hate us, but you don't need to do that. That's so much of an AI feature. Just do that. And with that fixed, think they will be wanting to ally us. Yeah, just a bit more to fix. Yep, there it goes. Never been easier. They might call me to war against France, but if that happens, I think it's actually easy because France only has... That's not France. France only has 39,000 troops. Colony just started and it's obviously in Lisboa. Who would have expected? Yep, they're calling me in. Question is if Castile just can handle that together with Aragon. Because my truce with the coalition ends in a few months. So how I wanted to handle it is to simply attack Poland, so the biggest juggernaut of the potential coalition. And by getting the truce with them, we are just weakening the strength of the coalition that will most probably attack us. So see, I went as promised for the biggest nations from our coalition. It's Poland, Lithuania, Sweden, Bohemia, and some minors. And thanks to this, so far coalition is afraid to be formed. From Bohemia, I just want these 2 provinces, but also I'm gonna go ahead and take war reparations and a bit of money for a longer truce. AE is minimal. More important to be getting the truce here. Why from Commonwealth, Poland and Lithuania so far, I would also want 2 provinces. Also minimal A, and also on top of that I'll take war reparations and money. We just need more war score. This is all I want. War reparations, 600 ducats. And still no coalition being formed. The only problem is that now, thanks to this AE, Hungary can join the coalition, but it's fine. Next innovative idea is unlocking us the number of armies from national ideas, and obviously some splendor and war exhaustion from innovative itself. Since I have a decent army and our missions require us to stack more of army professions, I leave 50%, I'm already drilling all the time. I didn't expect it to be possible, but I could just improve relations of Austria to get them to positive, that's just in a few months. And reminder, even if you have 1 billion of AE on a nation, but they have positive opinion of you, they will not join the coalition. And that's how I'm getting rid of another major nation from this puzzle of nations joining the coalition. Reclaiming the provinces from Normandy is definitely satisfying. And it'll be even more satisfying to keep increasing our economy. Working within the same strategy, I'm gonna attack France. And this is probably not even to... Maybe I will give a few provinces to Castile. But I mainly want to raise nations out of France to make them weaker, and these new nations will not have any AE on me. Here goes the last innovative idea, which is 3 policies, not useful at all at this point, but advisor cost is pretty nice, and obviously the policy for 15% infantry combat ability. Now that's pretty fast, 1509 we can already embrace colonialism, just take it. A lot of it just came to us from our ally England, so it's super useful. And also need to get up to date with the technology. How about we check the army quality of French? Mr. France, are you actually ready to fight us? 1.5 thousand losses. Oh, oof. You shouldn't even try. I'm gonna take these 3 provinces for reparations and max money from France. And this is for a simple reason. Minimizing the AE and taking it from them. And maximizing the gains. By maximizing games, I mean that we're gonna release Gascony. We are gonna release Toulouse, which, as you'll see, gives me all of this and all of the scores for the next war. Just as it takes me above the relations limit, I should also go ahead, and we already have strong duchies. That's actually unfortunate. We will have to break one of our alliances. And the alliance that I'm gonna break is gonna be one with the Great Ord, which is like super weak anyway. With the perfect timing, the Protestant Reformation just started, which is literally a couple of years before Tech 10. Obviously, I will lose emperorship if I become Protestant, but I'll lose emperorship anyway as you see the votes from the other electors. Let's just go ahead and switch our religion. I can just go to this button, go Protestant. That changes emperor to Austria, reduces our prestige to -81, but it's fine. Maximum power is reduced to 60,000, but it's still decent. My first limit is reduced to 81, so we're just actually on our first limit. But with the money that we're having, I'm gonna go ahead and invest into some force line building, so I don't really have to reduce my amount of the troops. Also, as you will see, the strength of our missionaries is so huge, I can convert most of the provinces in just around 8 to 10 months, so it's gonna be super easy. Also, Austria is our ally, our new ally, so it's gonna be super helpful to Yeah, have help from the Emperor. Allies to arrival. Ah, yeah, they don't like each other with Venice. That's unfortunate. I think that also... Oh boy, yes, I forgot. Because of that, guys, we are no longer... we're not longer an empire, we're just a duchy. But as elector, we should be able to become kingdom as soon as I get my prestige back. But just in the meantime, I can take Kafkazian burghers as well as the nobility, which fixes the issue mostly. I also go ahead and take Alone, so become a defender of faith, so I can convert two provinces at the same time. And we obviously have a religious center in Württemberg, which is converting provinces by itself. Also, you see the Dutch revolt is about to start in March 1512. There's one simple trick that I'm gonna use. Oh, fix prestige. One simple trick that I want to use in order to fix that. And that trick is simply about moving our capital to Dutch provinces. And you see, no more revolt loading. Obviously, it's no longer Berlin that is our capital, but our main trade node is here anyway. Obviously, having over the provinces Catholic is not mega useful because of these modifiers that I have on these provinces, but over time we'll fix it by converting everything. I think the biggest mistake that the player did, knowing that he expands so much and gets so much AE, he didn't dissolve the HRE while he could. Because right now I can't really do that because all of the electors have minus 200 relations of me, which is making it impossible to ally any elector and then declare the war to dissolve the HLE. Since I have, and I will have even more capacity issues once we form Prussia, I'm gonna start building card houses everywhere. And tier 5 guarantee for me is obviously gonna be General War Commissariat, which is Miltech cost, yearly army tradition, and also bonuses to militarization once I get it. Just a normal Tuesday in Prussia, right? 6 siege general. Let's go. I'm gonna use this guy to get down Poland. And again, this is not even a conquest of anything. It's just to make them weaker and take some money. I think Mr. Castile, you're gonna be much better off being Protestant. Same for Milan. And same for Livon Order. Some of them might be temporarily disloyal, but this is gonna be fine. Like for example, for Castile, I can for now just support the loyalists just for some pennies.
So I'm gonna pay you $100 to fuck off.
While here I can enable sending officers. We want to, yeah, let's just disable divert trade for now. To Poland, I'm not taking a single province, just take war reparations, full money, and maybe break some relations. No, it's fine. What I also do to get now a claim on Lithuania without using my own merchant, I set up the provinces of interest on their provinces, and I also that when you set up the attitude towards them as hostile, this the last sentence. Your subjects will fabricate claims on their provinces. It's going to be more likely. Looks like Great Britain just formed. It's high time to take the technology. It's 260 points. That unlocks me the third idea group, which is gonna be surely offensive as we continue the Prussian roleplay. And this costs me very little, so I'll be aiming towards the end of the ideas. While obviously I have a few decisions that are cool, that allow me to get even better conversion and forming the Kingdom of Prussia. Let's go. Yes, please. You see that changes our call to much better, changes our ideas to much better. It's, I guess, expansion impact now, army tradition, stab cost, army tradition decay, 20% morale of armies, 20% infantry growth ability, national manpower, death cost, and we'll end with the discipline as soon as we finish offensive ideas. So you'll see that we have 45% infantry combat ability now, but the worst problem is we are a little bit over our gav capacity with these changes.
Impossible.
That's another reason to become a kingdom soon, and most importantly, build a lot of buildings. To get these buildings, I'm gonna choose an aspect for dev cost, which is also giving construction cost. And I'm simply gonna go ahead and build a bunch of card houses. But we will anyway have to destate a little bit, and I'm gonna destate the Burgundian lands over here since I'm not using them anymore. That's gonna be a long way to fix it. The coalition is also being formed again once we formed Prussia, as you see. which is fine because we're gonna have a little bit of content at the end of this episode. Just let's see. Truce with France is 4 more years. We should deal with Lithuania to avoid big nation joining the coalition, but freaking Levon Order is not making any claims, so I'm gonna have to create it myself. Okay, never mind, Lithuania already joined the coalition. So we have to aim for a nation that is already in the coalition, for which we have a CB, like for example, East Frisia. Let's declare and then call Great Britain and Venice. This is a simple strategy for dealing with the coalitions, where you have something like this. Just declare the coalition in the middle of it being formed. Do not wait for all the countries to join a coalition, otherwise it's gonna be screwed. And now this is a perfect war to take a look and try out our Prussian new quality. To deal with the gov capacity a bit more efficient, I'm gonna take 4 loans, and we will build even more of the card houses. Every single province in this army with a state needs to have a card house. Hello there, Mr. Denmark. I know I'm attacking without full morale, but we really wanted to see your army quality. Not so good, huh? See, the first war is pretty easy so far. We've got 19% war score already, and that is more than enough to piece them out for war reparations and some money. We're just giving a decent sized truce. It doesn't mean we don't have other nations to deal with now. Just the question, is there a nation where I have a claim? Yes, I do. I'm gonna attack Lunenburg, which should be a fairly easy conflict for us. I want to deal with the coalition before my truce with France ends, so avoid situation where France actually joins that coalition, and by 1521 we'll be ready to go after France again. This war will be a bit harder, but you see, even when I call my allies, my side actually has similar amount of the troops to the enemies. Imperial Incident, the King of Prussia. What does it do? Let Prussia to an imperial kingdom. Let him call himself the King of Prussia. Or... okay. Elevate, of course. Please do elevate me. Elevate me or I'm gonna wipe you just as like I'm wiping every single enemy that I'm meeting right now. This war is also pretty easy to piece out. We just had to kill a handful of the troops. Almost no cost for us. How about we just take war reparations, a bit of money, simply for the truce. And that means that coalition is double. What coalition? And we have 3 more years of truce with France. I think I'm still too much over the gov capacity, which means we should get rid of 1 more state at least. But I don't really want to do that. You know what, guys? We'll try to handle the gov capacity without stating. So besides building the card houses and getting the 3 of this, we need to get our prestige higher, so we'll be able to become actual kingdom. Yeah, and actual empire decided for that we should not be a kingdom. And I can become a kingdom by moving out of the Holy Roman Empire. And honestly, that might be a good thing to do because there are no reforms here. Empire gives me absolutely nothing. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. That is gonna help a bit with gov capacity, which is 553 on 400 already. And here we'll go for the manpower bonus. Oh, a reality missile just happened, which is, well, both cursed and blessed at the same time. I think the borders are actually pretty cool from the Ottoman AI. Since I managed to get 54% trade power in English Channel already, how about we try transferring from Zlewikk instead of collecting, as this might be slowly becoming worth it. It's 44.8 already of income. Since I left Empire, I could also add Riga to a trade company. Let's just go ahead and do that. Obviously, Riga is gonna be less of gov capacity issue as a trade company compared to being a state, and I think I'm gonna do the same with East Prussia. As with these 2 very strong states trade company, obviously this is a bit better. I want to somehow get a merchant for the Baltics. You see, it's 47.5, this is 49.1. So how about we take a loan and improve Riga to level 2 trade center. And this is absolutely enough to get our 3rd merchant. The question is, do we want to use that 3rd merchant to do what? Because most of trade power from Baltic Sea goes to Zlewikk already. I could use that merchant somewhere else, or maybe just collect here. Let's just take a look what's collecting here gonna give us. It's 45.8. With this, it's 50. 50 of trade income already. 86 of religious units going quickly, and the second bonus that I'll take, it's a tough choice, but I'll go for the idea cost to finish this quicker. Taking all of the cores of my subjects from France was pretty easy, and I'm immediately starting to annex these two guys. And this is because we want to get to 1000 development, for which I also need more prestige. I want to get to 1000 development to become an empire and get even more of the max GAF capacity. Right now we made it as slow as possible, it's 427,400, but we've got the card houses reached in every single province in our empire. So now what I'm trying to do here is to make the bigger guys smaller and keep truces with them, while I'm letting the smaller guys fight each other and increase their sizes. So this way the potential quantity of the coalition members keeps decreasing with every year. That's why I'm also gonna attack Lithuania right now for the same goal. Here it goes, last offensive, it is discipline, more discipline and death costs, as well as additional siege abilities. Our siege abilities already on level 42%. With 50% army professionalism at last, so much drilling. I've got the professional army, which gives me an army reform that is 150 mil points, 2% army professionalism, and I actually thought that's gonna give it something better. But this is, don't worry, do not. We also have the army reforms here, which gives me another mil mana, army professionalism and army tradition. And it's also upgrading the early Prussian militarization to Prussian militarization, which means that now from max militarization I'm not getting 5% discipline like I did before, but actual 10% discipline. But obviously I don't have much of militarization because of our GAF capacity. Edict of Potsdam at the same time is giving me missionary strength and culture conversion cost, and I could... no, not worth it. Let's just take admin mana. If I want to take this reform, it's requiring 7 guarantee forms, so I'm missing 1.5 of it. Anyway, we just reached 1000 development, which allows me to become an empire, but I need just 20 more prestige for that. So why don't we go and attack Poland first, to get that prestige higher. These wars are not only useful to get more prestige, but also to force the religion nations like Berg to help and join the Reformation. Actually, Mr. Poland, I think I have nothing against taking a few provinces from you. People rather won't care as well. Just make sure to break some relationships so we get as much prestige as possible from this war. The borders are much better, Prussia, North Germany, because obviously our capital is here. Let's become an empire, which means that we are below our GAF capacity, so this nation is a perfect state to keep expanding and become the top power, which it already is, honestly. Especially that our income is 122, 111 force limits, army stats, and 77,000 of maximum power without being an emperor. So guys, I think this is gonna be all for today. We've reached all of our goals, so we formed Prussia. No issues with GAF capacity, and most importantly, no issues with Agus expansion. I mean, there is Agus expansion, and it's gonna stay here, but there won't be any coalition anymore. This nation is too strong, and the potential coalition members are too weak to do anything about that. It was all about decreasing the quantity of nations, killing the biggest nations, and letting the smaller nations kill each other, and that's exactly what we achieved. So guys, if you did enjoy this saving your ruined campaigns, remember to leave a like on this video, and obviously, if you have a ruined campaign by yourself, join my Discord channel and DM me. Bye!